the Lakers versus Clippers Part 2.
Yeah, L.A. versus L.A. And once again, the Clippers came out on top. And now they're saying that LeBron probably re-aggravated his groin, which was a whole fucking problem last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, Anthony Davis this year has had the bum ankle. So it's not looking good for LA. And like we touched on, they just dropped 4 in a row, which is pretty concerning, especially when I think after they lost their second game in a row, I read some article that said they got together and said, we'll never lose 2 in a row again. and then the next 2.
And then lost the next 2. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I don't know what's happening there, but, I don't think it's time to panic yet, but definitely got to be concerned, especially when they lost to the Pacers. That was the first one. They had no business losing that.
No.
They lost to the Bucks, which is fine. Then they lost to Denver, which is a good team, but they lost by 24 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, yeah, you could lose to them because they're one of the better teams in the Western Conference.
Did Anthony Davis miss that one? Because I know Anthony Davis recently missed a game.
No,
it wasn't the Bucks. He played against the Bucks.
Yeah, he was the high man in against the Denver. He had 32 points. Wow. So maybe he missed the he might have missed the Pacers game.
Probably that sounds about right. That's the game I would miss if I was him.
And obviously it hurt him because they did lose.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just make sure that was the game he missed.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now too, but it's a little.
Yeah, he has no stats or anything. So
okay. So he missed against them.
Yeah, he missed against them. And then. Yeah, so they lost to the Pacers, then they lost to the Bucks, then they lost to the Nuggets, and last night they lost to the Clippers.
Okay. The plus side is 3 of those teams are actually good teams.
Yes.
Minus the Pacers. But the other 3 teams we're going to see them later on in the season go pretty deep into the playoffs.
Yes. And it doesn't get easier the next 2. They're going to Portland next, and then they play Dallas, and Luka's supposed to be back tonight.
Okay.
So, we all know Luka's having a great year, so far. So it's not going to get any easier, and especially when LeBron's potentially hurt. So, to me, the Clippers definitely put a stamp on it, like this is our fucking town. Most of the excitement that was created during the offseason was Paul George and Kawhi, because Kawhi was the most sought-after guy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after just winning a ring, and then everybody, they were fucking following him everywhere.
Yeah.
And he was in meetings for hours, and obviously his uncle was asking for everything in the world.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He was fucking asking for anything and everything he can get. So the Clippers definitely have put their stamp on it. On the LA rivalry, because they still don't have an overall better record than the Lakers. But if the Lakers keep dropping them, they could easily take over the number 1 spot.
Yeah, and a lot of the record has to do with these fucking guys in the load management. Like we touched on, Kawhi missing games right and fucking left. So, I mean, their record should definitely be better. Them and the Rockets' record have kind of been disappointing this year.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was,
and the fucking Rockets just lost to the Warriors yesterday.
Yeah, and everybody played for the Rockets.
Yeah, that's fucking embarrassing.
But I'm looking at the stats now, and it was a good game. It was a really good game last night. But LeBron 2 for 12 from 3. That right there is telling me that the groin had to be affecting him. He don't settle for jump shots like that.
Yeah. And 2 for 12 from 3, and with the game on the line, he got that one blocked. He didn't even get to shoot it, and then it was off his hand, which essentially ended the game by Patrick Beverley. So that was the biggest moment of the game.
Yeah. Oh, hands
I
down.
just felt like LeBron was going to hit it and send it to overtime, but Beverly showed the quick hands and knocked it out, and magically it rolled off LeBron last. Usually when a guy hits the ball, it's usually off of him, and I just took it that way.
Yeah, I assumed it too. When I saw the play, I was like, oh, he definitely hit it backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of bounds on Patrick Beverly.
And then they showed the replay, and you saw it was actually off LeBron, which ended up giving the ball back to the Clippers, and Lakers had a foul, and it was it. There was only mere seconds left. But it was a really good game.
Yeah, it was.
That was definitely, I watched that whole game. I didn't watch all the games yesterday, but I definitely watched that one. That was the matchup I wanted to see, and it definitely did deliver. But yeah, Kawhi and his quiet ass shot, just fucking.
Yeah, you know what I love watching about Kawhi, and I'm not like when I say this, I'm not comparing him to Jordan, but he has that mid-range game that's like. It's kind of like nostalgic. It's like,
people don't
holy
fuck
shit,
with that
I'm watching mid-range again. Like, that was my shit.
Yeah, no one fucks with that anymore.
Yeah, nah. Nobody.
Like, people only shoot mid-range, like, if it's like a fucking brick and the ball just bounces to you and you're open in the mid-range. Then you'll be like, okay, I got an open shot. But, like, to run up to, like, that area and then try to, like, get a shot off, no one fucking does that.
Yeah, and he's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose. Like, He's really posting up and getting that mid-range shot down. And that does show, a lot of the off-season talks he was working with Kobe on his offensive game. And Kobe does that shit too. Kobe was a mid-range guy. But seeing Kawhi do that, it's like, it's kind of like, okay, it's not just fucking run and gun and shoot threes. And, there is a little bit of basketball fucking mixed in there. But, he had a really good game yesterday. He hit 5 threes yesterday.
Yeah, he had the most points, right?
35. Yeah. He had 35 yesterday and 12 rebounds. And like another thing I was noticing yesterday and I think this has pissed me off about LeBron his entire career. LeBron wasn't guarding Kawhi like the whole game.
Yeah.
And it's like you had Caldwell Pope on Kawhi Leonard. When was fucking Caldwell Pope a lockdown defender? Like, since when? I must have missed something because I've never seen him lock somebody up. Yeah. And then you had Anthony Davis on him too, which is he's a very good defender inside the paint and, in that mid-range area. But, like, when you bring him out, I think Kawhi exposed him a little bit on the perimeter yesterday.
Yeah, he's vulnerable.
He couldn't stay with Kawhi on the perimeter. And Kawhi was really just doing step backs and hitting threes over him. He wasn't really taking him to the hoop like that.
Yeah.
But, it goes to show, it's different. It's different defensively. And I want to see LeBron come into the game and say, I got Kawhi Leonard from the fucking start to the finish of the game. Unless we have to switch on a ball screen or something like that, he's mine.
Yeah. That is a knock on LeBron. He's never done that. And it's just like this era because like even like guys in the NFL, they'd be like, I'm the best motherfucking corner ever.
Yeah. But if the receiver goes on that side, I'm gonna stick.
Yeah, I only play the left side.
Coach said I'm on this zone over here. Like,
yeah, guys do that all the fucking time.
I can't stand that shit.
They'll be like, oh, well, it's the game plan. Talk to the coach. Okay, so then you're not the best corner ever because you're not following the number one receiver every single where, whether he's fucking playing in the slot, whether he's fucking a wildcat quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, just watch him.
That's it.
Stop this man.
That's it.
That's how you show me that you're the best at it. And of course, no one says LeBron's the best defender, of all time.
And definitely not. But I want to see that fire where it's like, this is my fucking building. You know what I mean? Like, this is my city. Me and AD run things here.
Yeah.
I'm in your face from start to finish. I'm going to make it tough on you. You know what I mean? Like that, I like to see that kind of shit, but...
Yeah, he doesn't do it, and yeah. So, on the season, the Clippers are up 2-0 on the Lakers. And did you see the Kawhi thing when they asked him about Christmas Eve?
No.
I love Kawhi because you need these type of guys in the ecosystem. Like, we don't need everyone to be a fucking Instagram star, a celebrity out there, at all the fucking hottest parties, the most trendiest shit. Like, we don't need everyone like that. guys have different personalities, and I love that Kawhi has his personality, and he don't give a fuck how
He doesn't.
boring it is,
He does
how
not.
whack you think he is. He's like, I'm gonna just keep winning, playing my mid-range game like it's fucking 1995, and I'm gonna do my thing and just watch me win.
Yeah.
And they asked him, they were like, how does Christmas Eve look like for you, at your house? And he just basically said, "Oh, that's private. I don't discuss that with you guys."
Motherfucker, it's all you got to do is say my family comes over.
Exactly. We all know what the answer is.
Nobody asks you like, "What'd you get your mom for Christmas?" Like, motherfucker, just answer the question, dude.
Yeah, we all know the fucking answer. You're gonna fucking hang out with your family, exchange gifts, have a good time, spend quality time. That's literally what happens for everyone for Christmas for the most part. What the fuck were you gonna say? Like, we shoot guns in my house.
Yeah, like they asked something
Christmas Eve.
super fucking personal.
Yeah, so he just like shut it down, and I was like, and then he just like was like, next question or whatever, and I was like, man, I love Kawhi for shit like this because it's just so funny, and he just doesn't feed into what he doesn't want to feed into.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Like even during this whole free agent thing, like he was going around, going on his tour, and he basically kept it blunt and was like, if you guys don't do this, then sorry.
Yeah, it was no games. There was nothing hidden behind what he was saying. Straight up, if you don't get Paul George, I ain't going.
Yeah, exactly.
So what they do, they went and fucking got Paul George.
Yeah, for real. So anyway, we're going to touch on the other Christmas matchup. There was more games, but these were the two best games. And we had the Red Hot Bucks versus the 76ers. And Joel Embiid fucking put the team on his back. And for a normal Giannis night, it was a quiet night, from what we're used to seeing with him. And Joel Embiid just led all scorers, and he willed his team to a win because of the energy he brought. And, I don't know if you want to say if it was him that had Giannis off or if Giannis was just off, just that day. I don't know. But when you look at Embiid's stats, 31 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, and then you look at Giannis, 0 from 7 from the three-point line. Like we were talking about earlier, he was definitely feeling himself after the Lakers game when he hit 5 threes, and he fucking put the crown on his head. Yeah. You remember that? But he only ended with 18 points and 7 assists, but he did have 14 boards.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And I think it was a lot of Embiid. He was making him uncomfortable. You know what I mean? He wasn't like Giannis is used to being able to drive and bully whoever the fuck is down there.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is bigger than you.
Yeah.
Taller and weight-wise. You know what I mean? So when you were driving into the paint, you were meeting somebody bigger than you, and he was letting you feel it. He wasn't backing down. He wasn't scared of you. It was obvious that he wasn't scared of you. He was giving you all the fucking room in the world to go 0 for 7 from 3. There wasn't too many contested three-point shots, but he just looked uncomfortable and not confident in his jump shot. And he got to fix that shit, bro, because if Giannis can start hitting a consistent three ball, the league is in trouble.
Yeah, that's basically what everyone keeps saying. Like, if he gets that consistent shot, and I looked at his numbers, like, through his career. Every year, it's like, it's just been going up. Not one year has it been down or the same. It's been like he's improved by 5 points a game, 6 points a game, 10 points a game. Like, it just keeps
constant
trending
improvement.
Up. And you got to shout him out for that because, he came in the league. He was just known as a fucking athletic guy who had like a long ass step.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much. He wasn't known for an overall game, and now he has an overall game.
He was mad skinny when he came in. I think they said he added like 50 pounds or some shit.
Now you could definitely see the definition is in his arms and shit now. Like he's definitely put on the weight, and he's definitely got a lot stronger.
Yeah.
But yesterday it was just Joel Embiid. That was a statement game for Joel Embiid. Maybe Giannis didn't go in there with the same mindset Embiid was going in with, but Embiid, let everybody know, like, look, don't just fucking hand him the East yet. Like, you still got to fuck with us in the playoffs.
Exactly. And, the 76ers are definitely bitter about that Kawhi shot from last year, the iconic shot that rolled in to win the game. And Joel Embiid himself, because he's one of those social media guys, always talking shit, always, always trying to get in players' heads, always arguing with them, always, fighting on the court or whatever, just talking shit back and forth. And because of that, he gets criticized when he doesn't show up. And he's had those games where he comes out and like that 0-point game.
Yeah.
I think it was the beginning of this season, right? How the fuck do you have just 0 points, bro?
Yeah, there's no excuse.
So like Embiid, you got to give him credit. He came out, he accepted the challenge. The Clippers, I'm sorry, what the fucking Clippers? The Bucks were on fire during that stretch. We talk about they were 24-3 when they met up with the Lakers. They're 27-5 now. So this is their first loss in a while. And, you got arguably who could be the MVP of the league in Giannis. And to come out and, put the clamps on him, definitely shout out, especially in this era when it's the center that was doing all the work and he has the fucking most points on the team. That's supposed to be what Ben Simmons does.
Exactly.
Ben Simmons is supposed to be that guy to take over scoring and, put the team on his back. Not the center. Center is like that complimentary piece like these days.
Yeah.
And Ben Simmons did not shoot a 3, guys.
No, he didn't. No attempts yesterday.
Yeah, no attempts. He was not fucking with it. Maybe he saw Giannis and was like, oh, man, he's off. I might be off.
But my thing is being up by like 30 when they were, because at one point they were up by like 28. I'm putting up at least 1 3. Yeah. I'm like, fuck it. We ain't gonna, this shot ain't going to decide the game. Let me get this up.
Yeah.
But, definitely – Sixers definitely came in yesterday and showed that they are not to be forgotten. And, we'll see what happens in the East. I think those are the main 2 teams and the Celtics. But other than that, I really don't see much happening in the East.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's been like that for so fucking long now.
I know.
Like, it's always like 1 or 2 teams that you're like, yeah, they could. Like, if everything went well.
And what happened last year with Toronto? Everything fucking went well for Toronto.
Yeah.
KD and Klay Thompson went down with injuries, and you win the championship. Cool, but you didn't beat the best Warriors team.
Yeah, exactly. You beat the hobbled Warriors team. And yeah, like you say, Bucks are 1, of course, still. Celtics... Heat is an upcoming team, but they can't win a fucking ring this year. And then at 4th place is Philadelphia. So we'll see what happens, but great games yesterday on Christmas Day. Some people made some statements that we just touched up on, and we'll see what happens.